We are transforming this garden today to this. Well, hello, my friends, and welcome to my daughter's garden here in San Diego, California. I am here visiting with the responsibility of taking care of the grandpuppies while my daughter and her sweet husband are off on a well-deserved vacation in New York City. And because I can't seem to sit still for very long, my creative juices want to keep flowing. I have decided to put a garden bed here into my daughter's garden, a raised bed, so that she can have a lettuce bed to start off with, and it can become anything that she wants it to be. We're going to start with the lettuce bed because it's a cool weather crop. And even in Southern California, that's a good thing to start with right now. I got some beautiful plants I'll show you here in a minute from the local garden center. Lots of bags of dirt, which I've got to haul in from the car here in just a few. I'll be putting in a lot of work on this one, but it's okay. And I think it's one of the things as a gardener, the important as anything in life, to keep your strength, your muscles going so that you can do these things. I'm also going to put together a Vigo garden bed. I have never done it before. My husband usually does it at home. And so I am here by myself and I am going to do all this by myself. And I think it's going to be hard work. It kind of scared me a little bit when I thought about doing it all myself. But then I thought, I can do this. I can do hard things. It's what I say to myself a lot these days, it seems. So come along with me as we do this. And, I will put a link also to my daughter's. My daughter is an amazing vegan chef, cookbook author. She's an influencer, getting people to eat more plant-based products. So what a beautiful thing to put into her yard, but her own bed, which is she's wanted for a long time, to be able to get fresh food straight from her own garden. And she knows about it. My son-in-law does not. It's a surprise for him, and I'm delighted to be able to do it for both of them. Because they do so much for each other, for the planet, etc. So I'm going to finish up my coffee. I'm going to turn the camera around. I'm going to show you everything that I'm about to do, and then I'll take you right through the process and right to getting this beautiful bed ready to go for them when they get home in a couple of days. All right, let me finish my coffee and let's get to it. Okay, so this is the spot in the garden that we are going to put the garden bed right here. One of the things I'm going to do is really scoop up a lot of leaves. Once I get the bed put together, which is probably the first, not probably, it is the first thing I'm going to do, and I'll show you that here in a minute. But I'm going to scoop up the leaves. I'm going to also do a little, there's some trees that are a little overgrown onto the patio area. You can see them right there. I'm going to cut them back and put them in the bottom of the bed, because one of the things we want to do is to be able to fill the bed up. Oh, just stop for a second to look at this beautiful pulmonaria that she has here. When you're scooping things up, though, you don't want to do something like this. This one I will discard because you can see there's a bunch of seeds in there. And you don't want anything that has a lot of seeds because they will grow. And I'm not even sure what this is, but I don't want to do that. But they've got a lot of leaves over here in the side yard. There is another little dead tree over here. I'm going to get that. So a lot of it I'm going to wrap up. And then they have this grass in here, this ornamental grass. And I actually got a walkway to put in there. I'll show you that here in a sec. But so we're going to do the walkway, the bed, and then some of the pots around here, while many of them look pretty good, some of them could use a little love. So I'm going to get to going on those too. But here is the plants that I picked up yesterday. As I always do, got a lot of 6-packs. Different lettuces. Here's a lettuce blend, some kale, some romaine. And look at this beauty right here. Let me show you. And I also got a marigold. It is marigold season. Look at this purple lady bokchoy. Isn't that gorgeous? It really looks pretty against that yellow. And I got these snapdragons. My daughter loves snapdragons. So I'm not sure if I'll put them in the garden bed or I might put them in another pot right here because I'm going to redo this pot here as well, that it had some snapdragons. And you know, the thing with snapdragons, I was talking to my daughter about it, you can deadhead them for longevity, but this has seen its day. It's too late. But these are really the only tools that I'm going to need. There's a tool inside of the garden bed, but I need the rake to rake. I've got my gloves, shovel, and some snippers. But here's the Vigo garden bed, and I believe that I'm going to do this configuration right here. And it says 25 minutes to assemble. I'm going to test that out and see if it's true. I am pretty mechanically inclined, so we'll see. As I said, I've got the bags of dirt. I have 6 more that still have to be brought in from the car. But I got this, it's called Topsoil Plus. I have not used it before, but it's got a soil amendment in it. So that is exciting. These were about $6.99, $6.99 a bag, and I got 8 bags, so you can do the math. And then I have a little plantone here for to fertilize. And then, oh, this is what I was going to show you. Here's my grandpuppies. I cannot not show you them. They're getting a little morning sunbathing. Yeah, hi girls. But this is the wooden pathway. I hope it's the right size. We'll find out soon. But that I'm going to put in over here in the grassy area to give them a walkway to the garden bed. So I have a lot of work ahead of me, and no more dilly-dallying with the camera. Got to get all my tools and supplies together. Right, Pina? Right, Coco? And away we go. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Let's see if I can get this done in 25 minutes. Let's see, first of all, I can get the box open. Job 1, get the box open. All right, so we have this. Now is figuring out the configuration of it. How do I want it to be? And I may take it over there for a moment to figure that out. But I have, as it shows on the box, I have a, well, let me get the other instructions. I have the ability to do with this particular one, again, link will be below, but I have the ability to do one long one, and I'm really going for the 5 by 3 foot one is what I'm thinking. There's a 6 foot by 2 foot. That might be good too, actually. So I'm going to play around with them over in the space, and then I'll be back to put it together. Okay. All right, my friends. Well, some time has passed. I have done some things with the dogs. The thought kept going through my mind as I was doing the clean out of this bed, which I found many things I didn't expect. And that's the whole thing, that you don't know what you don't know. And in gardening, it's more true than not. One of the things that I'm doing that I didn't realize I had to do, or I forgot that I had to do, is that each of these pieces of the bed has very nicely, because it protects the metal from getting scratched, is that it has a little plastic layer on it. So here in the heat of the day with this one fly that just keeps bugging me, I'm just taking this off like this. And you have to be pretty careful. I got one little cut so far, but I hope you can see this. So that's what I've been doing. This is my last one to do. I figured out what size I really need in the bed. So I'm going to be minus 2 of the panels this came with. And I'm getting to it. So I just wanted to share that part with you. And now that I didn't want to have you watch me do all this plastic work. But now that I've got this off, I will get to the other part of putting it all together. So the other thing that came in the box were all these screws, which is going to put it together, and this. Some coating that goes around the top because it is very sharp metal so that it'll keep anybody from getting hurt. Woo! Okay, so here is where we are at. The bed is in. All the little screws have been put in. It was kind of therapeutic, as most gardening is, but it was also a little hard on the fingers. But once I got a rhythm down, it seemed to be good. One of the things that I love about the Vigo beds is that they do this top one so that it doesn't have the sharp edges on it like the lower ones do. They'll be under dirt, so it doesn't matter. So I have filled this bed up. Let me get over the wall here without killing myself. I have filled this bed up with, let me pull the camera back, with a bunch of just different debris or trees that needed to be clipped back. What I will say is to be very mindful of doing that. I've noticed that some of them, and this particular bush, and I don't know what it is, I'll have to find that out, but it has, I put some over here, it's got some powdery mildew on it or something, I don't know. So I don't want to put, and berries on it of some kind, so I don't want them in here. You want this pretty clean, including, I have everything over there, or some of it. This is like the fourth group of bags that I've had to take out to the compost. But I don't want the seeds of all of these grasses to be in here. But look at the pathway. Didn't that come out nice? Like I said, I'll put a link here to Amazon. It was like $20 for this little pathway, but now they have a pathway, and I think that I will get maybe another stepping stone right there, maybe one over there, just to make it easy for them to get around this. But now it's ready for the dirt. That's all there is. You want to be careful of not putting in too much fill on the bottom because you want it, it's going to decompose. And if you have too much, we have everything we're planting. There's nothing really deep that we're planting. It's all lettuce and annual crops that'll grow up on the top, so that I don't have to worry about it too much. But I have done it in the past where I've gotten a little overzealous with logs or something, because you can use logs for bigger ones too. I have a really deep one at home. And yeah, so now all we got to do is put the dirt in and start to planting. Hello, my friends. Well, it is the next day. I was so exhausted last night that I could not. I enjoy planting so much, and I was so tired. I wanted to just sleep on it, as they say, and come back here today and plant everything. But I thought before I did, I would let you know what is going to go in this lettuce bed. So this first one is a romaine mix, and I just love the colors of lettuce. Lettuce is a beautiful plant unto itself. This is a gourmet salad blend. Gourmet. We've got this bok choy. It is a Purple Lady bok choy. I thought that would be pretty here in the middle, and then I'll have the marigolds and the pansies throughout, because I just love flowers intermixed with my plants. I don't know about you, but I do. This one is a microgreen mix. Lots of yummy things, including some more kale in that, because we do have a whole thing of kale over here, which is a kale blue curled. So I'm going to get this planted in. I'll come back and I will show you everything here in the garden that has been transformed while I'm here. One of the things that I was thinking about as I looked at this is that because my daughter lives so far away, this is a way for me to feel, I was thinking about as I mothering, right? That I can mother, be more of a mom, do something while I'm always talking to my daughter nearly every day on the phone. I can actually physically do something to make her life better. And as a mom, I love that. All right, with that, let me get to planting. Well, here is the final garden reveal. I've got a few little Halloween things I've put here, as well as these marigolds here in the garden. And what do you think about that, huh, Pina? But here is our garden bed. And I am really delighted with it. I hope that my daughter and son-in-law will be as well. But one of the things that I did is that I moved a few of the pots that were lining along here. I moved them into this to really make it more of a garden area. They already had some lovely peppers growing over there and some mint. So I added some marigolds to that and then took a couple of their pots and just lined it along the way here, including putting one of the sides that I didn't use. You can actually use them for decorations of different ways. Here's one over there. And play around with those. I'll do those in a future video. I have a little art project back at home that I'm going to do with some extra panels that I have. But, you know, again, here's this beautiful little pathway that I got from Amazon. The link will be below. I also got this cool little stepping stone that I got off of Amazon. And really, most of this, I had not thought it through. I just knew I wanted to do something when I got here, but until I came to see what she had and what size, I decided to, and let me just back this up a little bit here, but I decided to put this at an angle because it was too much up against the wall there, and might be a harder reach, and this way they can actually make their way around it. I mean, there's not a ton of room around it, but they can get around it. But there is everything in the bed, and I just love this. The colors of this bokchoy are just gorgeous, especially up against the marigolds, very Halloweenish. I've got some solar lights that are coming today that'll also be in the back. And yeah, I just really hope that they enjoy this as much as I've enjoyed doing it for them, and that it gives them pleasure and lots of good eats in the garden. One of the things that I also did that I will show you is that I left all the garden tags in here so that they know what is what. And as they, you know, the one thing with lettuce, as you use it and cut it back, it grows more. That's the beauty of it, and really becomes a lot more hardy. So I hope that they get lots and lots of great use out of this garden. I hope you have enjoyed this transformation with me, and onward we grow. What we can do for others to help them to make their gardens better makes everything better. Don't you think? All right, until next time, take really good care. Thanks for growing with us, and we will see you next time. And in the meantime, be sure to like, comment, let us know what really resonated for you in this video, and then of course be sure to subscribe at no cost to you and be updated when we have new videos up to play.